Oh my God, you guys, come and sit down and shut the door. New information has come out in that whole David D4VD, that popular singer that is all over TikTok and is currently on tour. Well, not anymore. He canceled his tour dates. New information is coming out, and people close to the family are breaking their silence, and the details are more horrific than we thought. Let me bring you guys up to speed, okay? David, who is super, super big, TikTok, popular singer. People said he was about to become the next Frank Ocean. He was on his way up, okay? He goes out on tour. Car in front of his house. Neighbors smell something weird. It gets to an impound lot. 6 days at an impound lot. Smells so bad, they rip open the trunk. When they rip it open, grisly discovery. Literally, grisly discovery, chopped up body. Everybody's wondering what's going on. I even said, was this, he lived in, I was like, was this a warning? Is he into some crazy stuff? What's going on? In my mind, who would be stupid enough to commit a chop up, park it in front of their house, in a car owned by them? Oh, did I mention that the Tesla was registered to him? And then leave to go on tour. Dummy, you the prime suspect. I literally was like, wait, is something going on? Is he slow? You are the prime suspect, right? Some people said he thought his tour would be an alibi. Then more details came out. Are you ready for this? The police found that there was a girl who was 15 years old that they are saying the police identified as that in a trunk. As a matter of fact, TMZ, the mother got in touch with TMZ, and TMZ put her in touch with LAPD, and that's how they actually ID'd the young lady. But guess what? We didn't know how young she was, because even though she was 15, there were a bunch of pictures of her chilling with David. They even had matching tattoos. Yes, that man was messing with that 15-year-old. However, at the time that she went missing, it gets worse. She was only 13. She would be 15 now. She was only 13 when she went missing. People are pulling out weird tweets, and friends of the family are speaking out. All right, you guys, let's get into this. First of all, let's pull up the weird tweets that he actually put up. The many people are putting together 1 + 1 = 2, okay? And then we're going to get into what, there are a lot of Reddit posts, and it's since been deleted, where people claiming to have information about the young girl's family situation. But first, let's get into the tweets. I want to give a shout out to my girl, Valerie Renee. Thank you for looking out, right? Here's a tweet. And again, seems like he was tweeting at this girl. He said on July 4th, 2022, this is when she was 13, around the time she went missing, he tweeted, "Any updates on the situation with your mom and the other family? Are you able to go back to them?" Again, this is when the mom and the family have reported this girl missing. He tweeted something trying to make. Now, I know what you're saying. Tisa just don't prove anything. I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm trying to bring you guys evidence. However, if you look at someone who is suspected of being dumb enough of chopping up a minor in the car, leaving it there, stinking up the neighborhood, getting it towed, going out on tour, a car registered to them, a Tesla no less. You know Tesla's dash cams and rear view cams are always on, as well as the microphone, I believe. If somebody is dumb enough to do that and think they're going to get away with it, well, wouldn't they be dumb enough if someone's missing to put out a tweet like, "Any updates on the situation with your mom and other family? Are you able to go back to them?" Maybe that was his way, he thought, of throwing them off the trail, right? Also, right? Listen, also, he had a video, okay, that he posted April the 10th, 2023. It said, "Sleep well. New tune this Thursday, 4/13. Save the date." Okay. Now, I watched the video a little bit, and this looks like this is the girl that's in the video. It looks like he had her actually in the video. Keep in mind, at this time, this girl looks like she might be about, looks like not even might, she would be about 14 at this time. Again, super, super weird, but there's more. Let's not also forget, thank you so much, Valerie. Thank you so much, Valerie Renee, for sending me this. There was also a tweet he made in 2024. As she pointed out, she is completely disgusted by it. It said, when I was writing this, I got a notification from you, as you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and your sister again. This is in May the 10th, 2022. Take me where I belong, but our circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We gotta push through it, bro. Yo. Exactly. But there is more information that has actually come out, okay? Listen, at the end of the day, now here's the thing. Let me tell you what the people on Reddit are saying, and this person, it is deleted. It hasn't been verified, but this sounds like, what's this sound like? This sounds like to me, let me read it to you and then you can tell me what you think. So American Strawberry on Reddit said, this is about D4VD. This is when it first came out last week that there was somebody in the trunk. This guy is a weirdo. A close friend's little sister from the IE ran away last year, and this is who she was with. We think her sister might have been pimping her out. That is unverified. I'm just reading what it says. She was in 7th grade at the time. LAPD swept his place in the hills. I'm terrified that's who was in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. I won't release names as she's still a minor, but she was from Lake Elsinore, okay? Again, this was posted before they knew she was in the trunk. Again, they said she was in 7th grade at the time. Again, this tracks with the wanted posters or missing posters. She was 13. LAPD swept his place in the hills. Again, I'm terrified that's who was in the car. It is now confirmed that is who was in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. I won't release names as she's still a minor, but she was from Lake Elsinore. Listen, another person jumped in and said, oh my God, I hope that's not the case. Listen to the common koala, because this sounds like David was on his burner account. I strongly doubt this is true. He has a very public social media presence, and there's no one underage in his road crew. I've only heard good things about him from tour and venue staff. Don't post stuff like this with all this speculation going around. You're going to feed witch hunts like that. Why would a random stranger have access to good things about David from tour and venue staff? Tours are in different cities. How would you have good evidence about that, right? Don't post stuff like this with speculation going around. American Strawberry clapped back and said, it isn't speculation, it literally happened. I don't really care if you've heard nice things about him. That has no impact on my personal negative experience. Again, this was posted when the body was discovered in the car, but before they actually knew it was that girl. So this person, and again, it's since been deleted, this post. Someone claiming to have information about the young girl's family and her situation, but it's very, very spot on to what just happened. You guys, what in fact is going on with this case? Mind you, right? Mind you, these tweets that he was sending is when this girl was about 12 or 13 years old. And the craziest thing is, right? The craziest thing is, well, you know what? We'll talk about that in a different video because we have to talk about the mom's reaction, which is really, really, really weird. All right? It's really, really weird. In any case, shout out to everybody. This that actually sent there. It's creepy how on the nose this Reddit thread was. However, it's even creepier the person that popped in to defend him. I think he might have been chronically online. You guys, it is getting weird. It is getting creepy. I'm searching for more information. I'll let you know when I find it. But yeah, this is a lot. Anyway, you guys, new details are coming in up to the minute. I'm going to be following this case. We're going to be following the trial too, because he needs to serve. He needs to be held accountable. And something tells me if he is actually making up these levels of mental gymnastics, yeah, he's guilty and he's going to try to fight this. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.